Okay, so the next thing I want to do is add my onion powder. Okay. Yeah, let's get it in there. Okay, we're gonna dump my garlic powder in there. That's how I just use my hands. Okay. Now, so I'm gonna saute them in. Okay, a little bit at a time. Okay, notice how the water is actually leaving, but that's what you kind of want right now. You don't want to put too much water in there, and eventually you're going to add your vegetable broth, which a lot of your flavor will come from. So at this point I won't add too much more water. I'll add it as needed, but I'm going to continue to saute so y'all can see. And I'm going to show y'all at the end too, of course, when it's done, and you'll see that, you know, how the oil doesn't make much of a difference as far as in a meal like this, of course. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the Cajun seasoning. Alright, so I'm going to add that in quickly, because we're getting to the point now where we're going to add the vegetable broth in there in one moment. Okay, I want to get this in there first real good. Then I'm going to add the smoked paprika. Okay. And then the cayenne pepper. And then we'll add the vegetable broth in there. And we're going to hurry up and move forward. Start to fix the bottom of the pan. And that's for you to cut your heat down, of course. Take the pan off the eye. Hold on 1 second. Keep sauteing. I like to make it kind of like into like a little paste. Kind of like that. That's what we're trying to do. Not too pasty, but just kind of where that flavor is getting into the vegetables real good. Alright. So we're going to balance everything out evenly. So we're going to add in the paprika. Again, this is Oakwood smoked paprika. Okay. When you don't use meat, this is great for the smoke flavor. So if you use it in collard greens, or whatever, it requires smoke flavor without affecting you in a negative way too. So, okay. Next will come the cayenne pepper and the salt. I always add my salt last. So for some people don't like to add their salt, you know, until the very end. Some people like to add it in the beginning. It depends, you know, how you like it, but usually I like to kind of keep, you know, monitor my salt level, so I'll add it at the end, and that way I can kind of add or take away from there if I like, or if I need to. Okay, so the next thing I'll do from here is already kind of pasty like I like, you know, like it should be. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add pepper and salt last. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the vegetable broth and pour it in kind of slow. And cover everything, of course. Alright. That's only 1 cup. By the way, a lot of times with this recipe, I add as needed, but a lot of times I will go with like 2 to 3 cups of vegetable broth. And see, in this meal right here, what we're trying to accomplish is I don't like mine to be, you know, like too watered down, is what I'm saying. So what you can do is you can have it the texture you like, but what I did with the wild rice also, when I pre-cooked it, I did not cook it all the way until the texture was completely soft, because I knew I was going to do this. Okay, so once you know that you were going to have another step included, you know, with cooking the rice, I know myself, I didn't want it to be overcooked. So all right, so I'll go ahead and cut the heat back up just a little bit. I'm going to cut it down so nothing will burn. Alright, so the heat level's coming back up. Alright, I'm going to stir it here and there as needed. Alright, like I said, to speed things up sometimes, I'll go ahead and go to high. So far, we've only been working on this for about 20 minutes. Like I said, it's about 25 to 30 minute meal. And then of course, the wild rice is almost pretty much completely done. So you'll be adding that in a few minutes, and then you'll be done from there. Your salt and pepper will come last. Okay. So I'll even go up to high just to kind of get it going. When it's, so you see it start popping, you want to bring your heat levels back down. And remember, this is like for fast cooking. You don't always have to do it like this, but I do it like this sometimes to save time. So I'm just kind of showing you a little bit of tricks to the trade to help me out, and hopefully it can help you. Okay, so we are almost done. Alright, so it's a pretty good pasty texture now. Everything looks like it's pretty sauteed, pretty good too. So then from here, I'm gonna go ahead and add my rice slowly. Make sure you know goes it kind of even. Alright. Alright. So of course the rice is in there, and as y'all can see, the beautiful texture of the wild rice is it's a really, really pretty rice also. And it tastes good. You know, that's my thing. It tastes good. A new taste. That's it, I'm telling you. But this is really good. I mean, this rice is really good. It's like kind of chewy too, if you don't cook it all the way through. I mean, of course it'll be cooked, but I mean, like, if you don't cook it all the way down, like until like the mushy rice. I don't like mushy rice. So this right here, it's like a really good textured rice. And so as you notice, I'm just folding everything in. That Cajun season, if you go deep with it, it'll be like the flavor will be exuding out whenever you taste it. You won't be able to miss the fact that it's like the taste is there, and it gives you that Louisiana flavor, like I said, that you want. And this is actually something I created myself. I thought it would go really good with this recipe or soul food meal. I want to say, I call it like a recipe series. You can really, really, really get a lot of benefit out of this. See, this is another way too you can get your herbs and spices in. Sometimes, you know, you want to drink tea. Sometimes you want to get it through your cooking. And I know a lot of these herbs, again, I talk about it in the previous videos also, how a lot of them help me as far as reversing certain conditions that I'll be discussing with y'all that I suffered from myself. And I can only speak from, you know, exactly how it helped me. And I believe it can help a lot of you out there that are struggling with certain conditions like myself. Like I know I was. And hey, that's what we're here for, to help one another. And I believe that a lot of food has a lot to do with, you know, a lot of conditions that we're suffering from. And that's including myself, you know, so yeah. So from here, what I'll do, now is the time you can add your salt, because the time is almost up. We're actually at 22 minutes. We started at 2 o'clock, so it's afternoon. So let's keep going here. Got your salt in. As you can see, I use very little sodium in my salt, but it's up to you. Again, in other words, you may want more salt with this. I just know I don't use much, so I just kind of want to make y'all aware. So that way y'all can kind of, you know, like I said, make it taste good how y'all want it. Alright. So, and again, if you want your rice cooked down a little bit more, that would be totally up to you how you want to do it, okay? So, don't let my texture determine how you want yours. Alright. Because remember, it's all about how you like things too. Yeah. Alright, so as you can see, that rice is going to have like a nice chewy texture. So from here, well, what I'm going to do is add in my pepper. And I usually put a dash of pepper. I'll go around maybe like that. A little bit more than a dash, but hey, can't go wrong with a little bit of black pepper. By the way, see, y'all know this too, not with this meal. Turmeric isn't in this meal, but turmeric and black pepper together, it actually multiplies the effects whenever you use them together. So you use black pepper with turmeric, you cannot go wrong. Your circulation will increase by 10 times more than what it would have if you were to use turmeric by itself. So I'm not using turmeric in this meal, just kind of throwing little pointers in there whenever, you know, we saute or cook with certain herbs and stuff. So, you know, all of them complement each other, and they all serve a purpose for one another too. So sometimes we may not understand. But when you Google certain things and you find out why they put this with that, there's a reason for, you know, there's a reason for everything. And that's why they do certain things like that. Because, yeah, again, you get the full benefit out of certain ones when you put them with each other. You know. So, what I'm going to do is pretty much, the 25 minutes is up. You can go up to 30 or 40, however many minutes you need to go in order to, like I said, get the level of texture that you want. And so, what I'm going to do from here on out is I'm going to give you a little bowl. And this is going to be taste testing time. And of course, I want y'all to see. And you can add more vegetable broth if you like to. Sometimes I'll add a little bit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add a little bit more just to kind of get a little, you know, just a little bit more. It's not too much. Sometimes I'll add a little bit more, like about right there. Just to get a little wetness in there. I don't want to be too wet though. So, okay, I don't want it to be too wet. So that's why I'm going to do it like that. Yeah. See? It adds a little bit. You know, sometimes the water can water down your flavor. So that's why, you know, you balance it out with a little bit of vegetable broth. Just to keep the flavor in there so you don't lose your flavor. Okay, so I'm still sauteing just a little bit. Just want to make sure that vegetable broth is in there real good. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back for the tasting. So y'all check back in with me. Now for the taste testing time. Remember y'all, this is the vegan soul food meal, and it actually has a Louisiana style Cajun rice. New Orleans, you know, that flavor from New Orleans. This is what I included in this recipe. So it's not just the vegan soul food meal, it's like the Louisiana style soul food. So I want to make sure I emphasize Louisiana style. So this rice right here is called the Louisiana style vegan soul food rice. Okay, so this is only one of the part of the recipes that I'll be going with. Okay, that I'm of course putting out there first. And the next video, I'll be going over the vegan macaroni and cheese, southern style macaroni and cheese. So make sure y'all let me know how y'all like this video. Please give it a thumbs up at the very end. I'm going to make sure I taste this also before we get out of here. Okay, so give this video a thumbs up if you like it, please. And if you don't mind, comment it below and just share this video and let people know about the goodness of this soul food recipe. And remember, it's no meat involved, no dairy involved. So if there are any allergic reactions that some of us have, you won't have that problem with this. Gluten-free, all of that. So thank y'all so much, and let me go ahead and test it for y'all and let y'all know how good it is. So give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and get into this real quick. This is really good. And remember, this is low sodium. And I know sometimes we add a little more salt to it. You can jazz it up even more, but it's really good. Even on this level right here. This is good. This is some good rice. It's nice and chewy. Perfect. Tender. Excellent. This is some good stuff, y'all. Y'all gotta try it. Man. One more bite before we get out of here. Thank you for checking in to a new taste. Healthy Kitchen series. Louisiana style vegan soul food. Peace.